9 lessons that I've learned in 9 months of owning my business. Let's get into it. First one, it depends on the business, but what I've learned is you're not going to make money right away. Listen, the broke was broking. I'm telling you, not having any money, not seeing money come in, because even though I got an office from someone, it was not a thriving office. It was an office that took care of its bills and did its thing, but it wasn't booming. So that's one. So I had to learn that you're not going to just start a business and make money. You're going to be putting money in. You're going to be spending money to make it your own. Because as I said, I got it from somebody, right? Procured it from somebody. So then I had to now be spending money to separate and apart from spend the money I spent to procure the office, then the money I have to spend to make it my own, to change things up, to get inventory and all of that. Fine. So basically from the first one, you will be broke. Okay. Especially if you don't have a plan B. That's the next thing. It depends on who you are and what you want to do. But for me, I believe I shouldn't have left my 9 to 5. So I got advice from somebody to say, why don't you pick up sessions at the hospital? And I was terrified. No, I don't want to do that. I just wanted to be out of the hospital. But then it was a saving grace, because the reason I did private practice from May to August was because I have to eat, I have dependents, I have bills to pay, and so I needed to work. So I went and I worked, and then now I'm in this private practice and it's not making any money to pay me. I'm not being paid. It's just paying its own bills. So not being paid, I was just sad about it and whatever. And then I just started picking up sessions at the hospital, which helped me finally to say, okay, I can just allow the business to do its thing while I do sessions and pay myself, basically, and pay my bills, right? And that was hard because I am working from roughly 8 to 4, and then I go straight to the hospital from 4 to 12 a.m. Then I go to bed and I do the same thing the next day, And I tried to, I tried to space out my sessions though. I spaced out my sessions. I don't do them back to back. Of course, I can't be running on so little sleep. It's just not feasible at all. But that's what I did. Keep your 9 to 5 or a part-time, have something to put money in your pocket, right? Starting a business is expensive. As I said before, you are going to be putting money into the business. It's so expensive. It's ridiculous. My husband keeps asking, when am I going to get my investment back? When am I going to get returns on my investment? We've been asking that question, and we're still waiting to get those returns back on our investment, even 9 months later. So starting a business is just expensive. You have to have some sort of income. But outsource what you don't know how to do. So I don't know anything about accounting. So I know somebody that I can trust, and they do things legit. No backdoor deals. They do things legit. So I outsource my accounting. I outsource my pay slip, all of that. My taxes, tax season just left, and it was a whole roller coaster ride, and I'm already starting to do the next taxes for next year because I cannot be caught into that again. Trust me. So, and this person owns a business and always giving me free, unsolicited advice, which I'm grateful for. I just cannot tell you. Ride out your slow days. Listen, there are days when I have no patients coming in. There are days when I have 1 or 2. The days that I have many patients, those are very far and few and in between. I can tell you that. So pray for me, y'all. But I do believe this is where God wants me to be, and I know He will grow it. It just takes time. And everybody who is in medicine tells me, has a private practice that I've spoken to, they tell me, give it 5 years. Yeah. But anyways, I'm just waiting it out. So ride out those slow days, take your time, pray, and have people who are in similar. I'm smiling because the thought came to me who I have, who we're in a similar boat, and we are praying each other up, and we are giving each other advice and just helping each other to go on. And I pray this person up and they pray me up, and we share our down days and whatever. So you're venting, you're not keeping all of that inside, and you're able to encourage each other. So yeah. Find a support system, basically. The next one, you will work more than you ever used to at your 9 to 5, because when it's yours, you take the work home. You will be taking the work home, fam. Just know that. So I'm taking work home all the time. At night, I'm there doing taxes. At night, I'm there doing, oh, what I need to do. What do I need to plan? All of that. It's crazy. But you take the work home all the time. So that, yeah. So sometimes people are like, I need freedom from this 9 to 5 and whatever. You will be frightened to know. It's very frightening to know that you are not getting freedom. And it depends on the business. Because you have some businesses that you can leave. Private practice it's very hard for you to leave private practice because the doctor needs to sit in there, unless you get other doctors to sit in your business and to work. But for somebody who's starting just like me, I can't leave it just yet. So I have to grow my baby and then I can leave it, just like a child, you know. Before you send them off to school, you wean them and all of that. You get them to a stage of maturity. I'm not there yet. Another thing that I've learned is to try to provide something unique that your competition is not providing. Just try to look at what you like to do. Don't do something that's outside of the box and then that's pressuring to you, you know, and then you hate it and you don't want to continue. Something that's unique to you, that would be unique to your business, that you can provide. Pro tip. That way you'll set yourself apart. I learned this the hard way. Keep a record of everything. Keep a record of everything. And people might say, oh, but that's basic. It's not. Every receipt, have a little folder, everything. Have a little book even that you write it on. It's so tedious and it's so, if you've never really done that in your daily life, it's not easy. But keep a record of every single thing that you've spent, every single thing that you've bought, every single thing that you've done. It's so much easier for tax season and it's so much easier for you because you can look back in the month and say, okay, what have we done? How can we improve? What can we save on? All those things. Like, for example, when I just went there, I turned on all the lights in the place and the place was well lit and whatever. My light bill was so high, and then I figured out, okay, we can reduce that. And then, you know, we reduced our bill in half based on still being late, but not so late. You know, if you get what I mean, conserving, not turning on all the lights and all that. So that, yeah, that was a blessing in and of itself. Just a simple thing like that, you know. And last but not least, it's based on you. It's your business, but self-preservation is so important. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, my office is closed today because I have been overwhelmed and I just need time away. So I just close it the Friday and the Monday, and I am not there. And I just have to do that. I know my patients don't necessarily love it, but if I am not my best me, I can't give you the best, you know. It's just a part of it. So you have to practice self-preservation. No if, but, or maybe. Practice self-preservation. Practice taking the time away sometimes to recuperate, reevaluate, have meetings, and to go back to it. So yeah, so what those are is, you don't make money right away. Practice self-preservation. Please know that starting a business is going to be very expensive. You don't necessarily have to dispose of your 9 to 5 or your part-time, because that may be feeding your pocket, right? Do something that is outside of the box, that's unique to you, that's within your business realm, that you can be able to set yourself apart. You are going to take your work home. Having a business is not necessarily very freeing at the beginning. It will take time to become freeing and independent and to run on its own. Outsource whatever you can. Do not take on everything. If that's not your specialty, honey, you can go and learn it, sure. But at the beginning, take your time to do your thing. And hence you need to outsource. Keep a record of everything. Keep a record of every single thing that you purchase, that you do. Very important. And last but not least, write out the slow days, because there'll be ups and downs, there'll be good days, but don't be so mopey and sad about the slow days. Just write them out. All right. So those are my 9 lessons that I learned. I didn't get these from anybody. I learned them for being a business owner for the past 9 months. Those are the things that I've learned and I'm sharing with you. If you own a business, or if anything popped up to you while I was talking, you can put it down below about what you learned or what you have taken away from this. All right. See you at my next video.